Hey gang, welcome. This video and information and images are all being shared per the Fair Use Act of 1976. And we are going to call this the destruction of the Temple of God. And it's something I would refer to as being the Frankenstein archetype is what we're looking at here. So let's see what we've got. First, let's look at a Bible verse. Or do you not know that your bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and that you are not your own? And here is a clip, a still shot of a movie that I watched recently. I watch a lot of movies, listen to a lot of movies, whatever. I just kind of let my phone run while I do things, and I am led to and stumble across some interesting topics. Some I look for, others I do not. This one I just happened to notice this disturbing trend, so I wanted to bring it to your attention and talk to you about it just a little bit. Okay, so the first thing that we have here, this is the one that I actually saw. There might be some spoilers in here, so if you have not seen it yet and you want to see it, by all means, don't watch the video. This is called Crimes of the Future. It's with Vigo and Kristen Stewart and this gal here. Let's see. The release date was June of 2022. And I think I caught it on Hulu or something like that. Now, let's go ahead and look at the basic overview of the movie, shall we? As the human species adapts to a synthetic environment, the body undergoes new transformations and mutations. Accompanied by his partner, celebrity performance artist Saul Tenser showcases the metamorphosis of his organs. Meanwhile, a mysterious group tries to use Saul's notoriety to shed light on the next phase of human evolution. So here we have a lot of topics at hand, scientific topics and pseudoscience as well. First, we see this destruction of art, right? Art is mostly and originally about beauty, although not everybody sees beauty in the same things or beings. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. For example, much as human beings see beauty in synchronicity and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, geez, feng shui, right? Some sort of balance as far as two eyes, one nose, things having symmetry, proper and equal symmetry. That's something that humans are naturally attracted to, visually speaking. This communistic movement that we're seeing sweep across the globe is about destroying anything of beauty and all things of faith and or of God, so that they can tear us down and build us up in their own image, so we can all be compliant, little, non-individualistic, robotic, behaving and thinking beings, which is a big deception, and our youth is caught up in this pretty big. But let's take a look at these two movies and what the concept is that they're pushing here. First, they're saying that humans are going to have to evolve to adapt. In this movie, it is because of waste and litter and mostly plastic. They have this bizarre craving to start ingesting plastic. Not everyone, but some of them. And this leads to some very strange and bizarre discoveries in this dystopian type of film. But, and, you know, if you are a younger viewer, maybe you should have parental guidance. Some of these images may be shocking. But again, they're being shared per fair use. They're all accessible without parental filters through Google itself. And so you see, this is being passed off as art. They have these public performances where they will recreate you in whatever image that you and the artist, I suppose, sees fit. And Kristen Stewart has a line in the movie where she actually says, surgery is the new fornication. And it does appear to be that way with some of these people. They seem to really enjoy this, and they all sleep and sit in these strange alien-looking devices because they're not able to digest properly because they have been ingesting fake food, mostly plastic, for such a long time. But this isn't known immediately. This isn't understood to be the main effect. I'm not going to show you the more gory of the pictures, but it is, in my best estimation, promoting the destruction. Well, first they're going to say, this is new science. It's the exploration of art, and it's blending of art and science and faith, and the public unbirthings that are apparently happening now publicly, which I have not been privy to. I haven't seen any credible information on that, so I don't want to just pass that along blindly, but that is what some are saying. Now, here's the second one. This one is about to come out. This is with Emma Stone and someone we're used to playing strange roles. Why can't I remember his name? Hold, please. They'll show him in a second. It's actually based on a book. I did not read the book and I've not seen the movie, but I did see the preview and the trailers, and they did shake something inside of me. They're rather disturbing. You have some instances of uncanny valley. If you don't know what that is when they make lifelike robots or droids that are so lifelike they could pass for human, but not quite. They disturb something in organic and true human beings of the mankind species. They do tend to have that effect on you. Willem Dafoe, and he was actually in a pretty blasphemous movie that I unfortunately caught a few years back that I may have to talk about considering the current agenda. We might look at that. But this one is with Emma Stone. It reminds me a lot of The Nightmare Before Christmas. They're obviously going for a Tim Burton type of look. This one looks a little more fun than the other one. It looks like this one actually has a more compassionate feeling to it, a more humanistic, humanitarian feeling to it, where the other one did not. And this is much like the movie 9. I don't know if you've seen that. We should really break that whole movie down and talk about it, but so many people have done it. I don't know if I have anything new to add to that category. But again, we have him recreating a human being in his own image, not in God's image, in his own image. And so here's the summation. Brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer on a whirlwind adventure across the continents. Free from the prejudices of her times, she grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation. Now, a lot of people don't know this yet. I'm not sure why, but I will mention this as well. Again, we see she's brought back to life. You have the Frankenstein reference there. Sorry about that. That was Samson shaken. You do have the Frankensteinian kind of reference there, that is it looks like a mishmash of a few different concepts is what we're seeing here. And this one is based upon a book. So we are seeing the destruction of the temple of God, and man, which is made in God's image, and the destruction of that being created into something new, which again harkens back to the goddess Shiva, which is outside and on the CERN campus. So there is definitely a spiritual element to all of this, a driving force to all of these things. And they are looking to divide us to the point where we come to blows with each other and destroy each other. These lower level spiritual entities, we'll refer to them as for now. We will be discussing that element more, of course, demons, jinns, whatever term you prefer to use. While it is an important aspect that humans take accountability for their own part in everything, especially at this time, I've brought that warning many times. We also need to understand to get through this through love and forgiveness. That seems to be the only way that we will all move forward. Now, again, a lot of YouTubers don't seem to know this, but we already have a robot, Sophia, with rights, okay? They gave her rights a few years back. I think it was 2017, of course. in Iran or Iraq. I forget which one, but I'll look into it for you guys. But yeah, I'll end this one. I didn't want it to be super long, but I do want you to notice this disturbing trend. The images can be disturbing. So if this is something you go looking into, just be aware of that. I love you. I may do a live here. I'm not sure which video we'll post first. As always, keep watch. Things are a little tight this month. I did post the link as far as the doggy food goes for my 3 rehomed dogs, and I got a little overextended because of the tent. So if anyone would like to help, of course, it's not required at this channel. We dig and search for truth and bring it to people regardless of people's feelings. We all have feelings, but emotions are what's fluid. Emotions and feelings can change at the end of the day and oftentimes should change. But just remember to have compassion for your fellow man and to be aware of the things that are happening around you and awake so that you are conscious of these agendas and that they are not affecting your subconscious subliminally. God bless. Bye.